Garrett with Chiba. My experience with homeless youth is limited to what I have seen in our school. Our school has over 20% homeless youth as we sit right now, which to me is 20% too many. And I would really like to see something happen. So my experience with homeless youth is limited to what I see in high school. One of the things I would love to see change is actually a safe place for teens to be. A hangout point, a place where they can actually lay their head down and go to sleep without having to worry if a friend or even a family member is going to take something that they value, that they possess. That is what I really would like to see in the future. This program about giving kids a voice is extremely important because lots of times children are overlooked. We don't take them seriously. And if we could get an adult or another organization to actually listen to a young adult, then we've opened up some great doors. Their ideas are new, they're fresh. Some of our ideas are stale and old and need that update that we so seriously need, just like our computers need an update from time to time. So there's a stigma in Reading about homeless youth in general being it's a choice. Homeless in general, they always think it's a choice. And as my journey through this, what is a homeless youth, I'm realizing that 99% of it's not a choice. 99% of it is, this is suddenly just fell in their laps. Their houses are gone, their cars are gone, everything's gone, and it's just them. And they're by themselves. And sometimes it's like that, and sometimes it's generational. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 generations of homeless, so we're looking at that as being a problem as well. But the stigma is they're nasty, they're smelly, they're drug dealers, they're rebels, they just won't conform with society, they're just real bad people. And that's not true. And so what we need to do is educate the community that you're thinking of that for about the 1% of the homeless youth. That's all you seem to see. One bad apple spoils the whole basket, and that's all you see. And I even saw it maybe about 2 or 3 years ago. That's all I saw. But like I said, getting into this journey, I'm amazed by how much I was overlooking. And now I have to help. It's not a choice anymore, I have to. One of the reasons I'm compelled to help, and I have to help, is it's my job. I became a teacher to help. I didn't become a teacher to sit behind a desk and grade papers all day. That's not me. I mean, I was in the military. I didn't want to sit behind a desk and do paperwork. I want to jump out front lines, jump out of planes, do all the cool stuff. Well, being a teacher, you get that opportunity to work with the youth. And as far as having to help, I have to help because that's what I signed up to do. When I came to become a teacher, I knew I have to help, and I have to teach, I have to train, I have to give the youth everything that they need. So, how I feel personally that I can give them the voice that they so deeply need to express their concerns with the community is basically what we're doing with the tag Teen Activists Giving Back, the ZMAD experience, ZBridge. What is going on here is we are being linked up with other partners of the community, partners that normally would not talk to the youth, and saying, I have this group of young adults that you really need to talk to. And because I'm older, I hate to say it, I'm older, they're going to listen to me more. And then I can introduce the young adult. And then when they get to feel, they get to hear, they get to experience and know what the young adult is going through, then they open their ears to them. Then they don't turn that blind eye to them. Now we have their attention. And the only thing I can do is just get them interested. So adults, like we are adults, I'm a parent myself, and I always think I know what's best for my kid. Always think that. And I think as the time goes on, we are just led with that we always seem to know what's better. The problem with that being is typically it's not what the teens want. So what kind of messed that up if we do not ask the teens what they want, then they're not necessarily going to want what we think they need. So we could offer health care to them, but maybe we're missing the whole point. We can offer them, hey, we'll get your teeth checked out. Well, what about a place to sleep? Can you offer me that? Sorry, I don't have the ability to do that for you. I guess one thing I can say about my whole experience is when you give the teen a voice, this young adult a voice, you think you know what's going to come out. We almost predict what's coming out, but what comes out is not what we expected at all. Lots of times it's extremely helpful amount of information that we never knew about. So all I ask about our community is just to open your ears and listen to what the teens want, what these homeless adults or homeless teens want. What do homeless teens want? It will surprise you by what their needs are versus what we think their needs are. And I think once we can both get on the same playing field, I believe we can not end the stigma, but really, really pull back on the stigma on what a homeless teen is considered today. And what I would definitely love to see, because our homeless teen numbers are just climbing every year. I think we're at 900 plus homeless teens that we know of in Shasta County. I would love to see that number drop. It has steadily been on the rise. I would love to see it decline.